Well, hello everybody. How are you today? I hope everyone is doing well. I got to tell you that I'm freezing today. No, it's not really freezing here in the Pacific Northwest, but it is cold. It's 64 degrees. I just checked the weather. Hi, Kat. Nice to see you. You're right on time. Um, yeah, 64 degrees. I had since we're dealing with a summer card, I thought it would be nice to look a little summery, so I had a short sleeved blouse on and decided about 5 minutes ago that I was going to run in and change into a sweatshirt because truly, sitting here, I am cold. Or I was. Hi, Hillary. Good to see you. Anyway, enough about the weather here. Oh, it's also overcast, possibly going to rain. Kat, I thank you. I'm glad you like my clock. I love my clock. It's also a good auditory key, a hint that I'd better turn the camera on and get connected. Let's see. Yeah, rained all last night. Rained a lot yesterday. Quite a lot, actually. It was most of the afternoon, it was pretty heavy. So all my little plants are happy, and my grass will be growing again, and I'll be mowing next week. That's the one thing about the summer. We get about a good month where there's not much mowing. Oh, Kat, 84 degrees. Well, while I don't necessarily want 84 degrees, I would sure like it to be above 70. Oh, Shirley, you are here. That's so nice. I'm glad you joined us. I was just complaining about our weather. Not seriously, but I did feel silly going in the end of June putting on a sweatshirt because I was cold, especially since we're doing a summer card. Okay, let's see, what do I got? I wanted to tell you about or remind you, and this is just a reminder, that we are at the end of a 50% off sale for the suite. So you buy one suite or a product in the suite, and you get the second for half off. Now I just put in a last minute order because my kintsugi suite that I want so much is still not available. So I went ahead and ordered a little DSP. Found I'd accidentally ordered one of the embellishments. Didn't realize that what I ordered was in a suite. So I took it off so I'd get half off one of the designer series papers. It was I saved a little bit of money. Anyway, I'm anxious to get that. There was a couple things that I really wanted, and I've enjoyed watching the coneflower bundle being used. So I wanted to get that. I've got a pattern for one that we'll be doing in the future. As long as I am capable of doing it, that is. And then, let's see, anything else? Don't forget the suite order, because I wouldn't want anyone to miss out on half price items. But be very careful and check your cart to see what they're taking that 50% off. Because if you bought two suites and you bought a designer series paper, they would take it off the designer series paper. So it takes a little bit more work to shop this suite, but I know that we can do it. And Monday will be the last day. So that's enough of that. Let's go down to the table. I am drinking, surprise, surprise, hot tea today. Hi, Luann, guys, nice to see you. You'll notice that your name is right there on the top. That is because I figured out what we were doing. I did the random wheel spinner. And so Luann's getting the card kit from last week. So is Chris Ski. Now, she was new last week. I hope she joins us again this week because I'm going to need her to send me her address. And she can send it to nancy98226@gmail.com. Cindy Bratton gets one. And so does Cindy Walker. Yay! Congratulations, ladies. These will be going out today. Funny, I have the non-machinable stamps. I've got lots of them, but I ran out of regular stamps this week. So I have to go pick those up. Or regular mail, i.e. bills, won't be going out. So I was thinking, here's our card. Now, doesn't that look bright and summery? And it's an easy fun fold. And I've just really enjoyed making this card. This was just a fun card to make. I'm going to leave it on its side because you can't see much if I stand it up. Yeah, I don't like it standing up. So there it is. I am using again the Notes and Totes bundle, which if this was something that you wanted to get and you don't already have, it would be good to do it on the sale. Oh, Cindy, you're welcome. And Luann, you're welcome. I'm also using the Brights Designer Series paper. And when I was making the kits, I have to tell you that I didn't have enough of the colors that I used on mine. I had some, but I didn't have quite enough. So you might be getting a little bit of a variation on your, I think I got the sand, starfish and the conch. I think I got those out of blue. I'm not quite sure what color your toad is. That one I didn't have enough. And of course I didn't bring them over, but we are using the adhesive sheets because with this card, adhesive sheets are important. I've got all my little bits and pieces already cut out. Oh, we're also going to use the, see, is that in here? I don't know what happened to them. At one point, I thought I put my embellishments in here. If not, I've got more. I can go get them out. The only stamping we're going to do is with this little, we're going to make sand. And so we're going to use that with Crumb Cake ink. And we'll be doing a blending brush technique on that also. Here is our card base and all of the dimensions. Well, I truly don't have those. I wonder what happened to my little pretties. Let me grab them. I'm just going to grab a brand new package of they're called Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gems. But aren't they pretty? I have used so many of these. But I think I did not order more. This might be what I was ordering and took off my order because I didn't want to pay half price on something that was less expensive than my paper. Now, let's get started. Since the dimensions are all in your, let's see, I'm just trying to organize things. I rearranged my desktop so I can't find anything. That's what I get for cleaning up. Do you do that too? Okay. We're going to take our phone folder and we're going to burnish our folds. Because we have to make our little box. And we want our folds to be crisp. Now yours will come in the kit if you get it, folded in half. One of them, because I wanted to make sure I had the folds right, just to make sure, I did do like an easy little fold. But this is how it's going to do. That just rolls in on itself. So what we're going to do, and we're doing that first, is I'm going to get some tear and tape because it folds flat to mail, so it's going to get a little bit of wear and tear. And so I wanted to make sure I used the strongest possible adhesive. You should have seen me last night. I had the adhesive sheet. My adhesive sheets were out and all my little scraps, and I was just having a ball putting on adhesive and getting those ready to go. Everything's all die cut. Not everything has adhesive sheets because the little starfish. One's going to go on a dimensional, and one is can do it as a glue dot. So those were, oh my goodness, I was having a crazy time with that. Okay, Kat and, oh Gladys, thanks for popping in. Gladys' sister is visiting, so you're going out to dinner? Oh, what you going to have? Something fun? Okay, you want to just get that down. Then I grab my Take Your Pick tool. This is just the most wonderful tool. I love it. And it's going straight down. I'm just going to put it right in there by the fold, making sure the fold is good. Line it up. Put it down. And let's see. Yep, that's what I want to do. I actually want, it's easier. Okay, now I've got it down. It might be easier if you put your tear and tape on and then fold it right at the next fold in to put it on. But there we are. Okay, looks like I'm a little bit off. Let's see. Sometimes hot breath will pull that off. I shouldn't have burnished it so well. Okay, on this one, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take my little snips, and I'm going to take off that little errant piece that is just not behaving itself, because I don't want it to stick up. There we go. It will be fine. Because remember, it's not Hallmark, it's homemade. You're going to the best rib place in the area. Now that sounds good. I have a piece of the yellow, and it's cut with fairly narrow margins. It's the back of this designer series paper, which is very pretty. But I was afraid it would be a little too busy if I put that side out. So now this is on its last legs, this little glue. I think I told you that last week, and I've still used it all week long. With my little trick, remember the trick, pound it down. With the lid on, of course. We have to get the most out of our supplies, right? Right. So I'm putting in with my very narrow margin. So the card it's about a 16th inch actually, because the card is 5.5 inches tall, and this is 5 3/8. So that's an 1/8 inch or a 16th inch on each side. Okay. And I've also got one for this side. Now, if you wanted to, or had enough, you could also put it on the inside. I thought about that, but I didn't have enough. Yes, heat guns work really well to unglue. I just didn't want to get it out and make all that noise. So I just trimmed off the little bit that was off. And it still lays flat, so that's what's important, because then you can mail it. All right. Let's nudge that down just a hair. There we are. So we've got the easy part done. Very simple. I'm just going to set it aside for a moment. So one of the things I did is I took my garbage can, my little Stampin' Up! Garbage bucket, and I put it, oh yes, I had a Atkins bar for lunch. And I put it over to the left, but I am right-handed. So I'm having a terrible time throwing my garbage away to the left. But I'm working on it. Let's do our stamping and use our blending brush. So what we're stamping on, oh, is this little piece of crumb cake. It's just 1.5 inches by 2.5 inches. It's wonderful. And I'm going to do the tearing technique first. You'll notice that our card has sand on both sides, the inside and outside. I'm having trouble calling this inside because if you're standing it, they're both outside. So I am tearing in about in half. Just want a nice little and then I'm turning it over. Because I like this edge that's a little rougher. Well, look at that. I lost my stamp. Just gonna get a little crumb cake on it and stamp to make it look like sand. How about that? That looks good. The same with this one. Just a little stamping. And if you wanted it lighter, you could always stamp off once. Okay, we've got sand. And we're going to bury some of the sand anyway. And then just to make this look a little more like sand, I've got some ink on my brush. I'm going to get that blotch off first. And then just go over it lightly. Maybe a little more on the edge here. I don't want it totally covered. I just want it a little blotchy, but light blotches, not big, dark blotches. Have you ever wondered, and this isn't totally off topic here, sort of off topic anyway, why the crumb cake, when the label, I guess, fades a little bit, why does it become green? That is just the weirdest thing to me. Ah, thank you, Kat. Oh, sandy beaches. We have rocky beaches up here, except if you go out to Birch Bay. Birch Bay is really close to the Canadian border. As a matter of fact, you can see White Rock, BC from there, across the water. And there's sand there, and it's really nice. It's actually a little bit more shallow, so in the summer it warms up. The water actually gets warm, which doesn't happen much around here. So it's kind of special. All right, there's our sand. And what we're going to do is we've got 2 pieces of white, and the sand goes on first. I know that's, my goodness, that was tight. I'm back to my Seal Plus. I'm so happy. I used all the seal up in my container. There we are. Maybe a little bit more. And so back to Seal Plus. I cannot believe that I disliked Seal Plus so much when it first came out. And now, after a couple of years of using it, making myself use it at first, I really like it. Let's see. Let's put those on their mat. It's also Flirty Flamingo. And I do prefer Seal Plus for, or Seal. I prefer a tape runner, or you could use tear and tape. I don't like to use glue on basic white, because I think even though I try to get it all flattened out and smooth, and I try not to use a lot of glue, I think it shows. Just a little bit. So there we are. We are now ready to build our scenes. Ah, Hillary, one of life's little mysteries. Yes, the ink pad label is greenish. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. Let's see, let's do the inside first. So what I've got is I've got the tote, and again, I cut this at 2 1/8 inch. Yes, 2 1/8 inches. And then I just put this in at the bottom and cut the top, and that way I could get 4 of them out without having to worry about having to cut off too much. It also helped that I had a piece that was 2 1/8 inches wide, and so that worked really well. So there's our tote out of the pretty flowered piece of designer series paper. I've got the bottom, and I do have to cut this off now that I think about it. But I think I might put it on first and then cut it off. Here are our straps. So this tote and the top. Okay. The inside is going to have a water bottle and a blue starfish. I don't know, do they come in blue? Oh, my iPad did something weird. It looked like it was closing up, so I hope I'm still here. Okay, have a good dinner, Gladys. You and your sister enjoy yourself. And these pieces have the adhesive on them. Oh, this one doesn't. Did I forget to put adhesive on mine? Yes, I forgot to put adhesive on mine. The good news is yours has adhesive on it. Oh my goodness, silly me. We'll just put this on a little angle, let it hang over a tiny bit. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, here comes the glue. Oh, Luann, no, those are the birds that are outside. I have lots of birds outside. Susie Cute Maverick right now is sitting on, I have a gas stove, and I haven't turned the pilot light off yet because there's a possibility that I will be enjoying it this evening. Okay. I'm putting the handle on with a little bit of glue. Let me just... And it's not that you can't do these little pieces without the adhesive sheet. It's just that it's easier. And you get a little less gluey with the adhesive sheet. There's our inside. And now let's build our front. I think we need to do our tote first. So let's just line this up. And this will go here. I kind of want the tote, these little supports to come right with that corner. But I also need this to sit over the top of the supports here, or the decorative strips. So here is one. Let me grab my tweezers. That looks like it should go right there. And I have noticed that I am able to lift up from this adhesive and make adjustments for a little bit, for a few minutes. So that helps. I almost had that. So what are you all doing today? I know Gladys is going to dinner and having ribs. Anybody else got good plans? I have never seen a blue starfish. Well, hi, Carol. How nice that you're watching. Let's see. I think that looks about right. So I'll put that on. And, oh, it might be over a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to trim it. And in the kits that I have, I did not trim any. Let's see. Carol is at a retreat workshop, so that's cool. Someday I might sign up and go with. All right. And since this one's going to hang over, I'm going to pull in my silicone mat, which was doubling as a mouse pad. It does lots of things. And I'm not going to trim those off. I'm just going to take this down just a tiny bit. Let's see, over just a bit. And down to cover those. There we go. And I'm getting my scissors that I've been using adhesive for because I just cleaned them and I will clean them again. That's the one thing I will say about using the adhesive strip sheets is that it makes it a little sticky. Oh, Cindy, you're homemade meatball sandwiches and a salad. That sounds good. I tried a meal kit from Sunbasket, and I had chicken and Greek vegetables for 2 days, and now that I'm going to do the steak. Oh, spaghetti sauce, yum. I love spaghetti sauce, and I make it once in a while, but... Oh, it's a die cut. I cut it the strip at 2 1/8 inches. Let me grab the die. Let me show you, Hillary. So it is the big tote in the set, in the suite. So it's the big tote die. So what I do is I cut 2 1/8 inches, and then I line it up at the bottom of that strip of designer series paper and cut it out. So I don't have to waste and cut all of this out. And then the next one, when I was cutting several, I just went up. Anyway, so tonight is steak and something. I don't remember what it was I ordered. This is bad when I don't remember. Let's go ahead and use our seal. On the back of the tote. And we'll just put it right here, kind of corner to corner. And put our handle on. Let's see. But adhesive sheets are really cool. This one probably could have done just fine with glue because it's a little wider. And obviously I'm having trouble getting the adhesive sheet off. There we go. And there's our tote. But of course, what would our tote be without some sunglasses? Something else fell out. So what I've done is I've given everybody sunglasses And the little hearts that you punch out from here, I went ahead and put them in. I had lots left over, so you're going to get 2 pink and 2 black to use whatever and wherever you want. Okay. This one had I managed to cut it at the slit. Okay. Back with our I do have a little trouble with this one. Just lining it up. Adhesive sheets do, as I said, seem to be forgiving. So I'm going to put that one on. And this one, let's see, it got stretched a little bit with my tweezers. I didn't think they were supposed to do that because the ends are silicone. Okay, there we have sunglasses, and let's take the backing off of it. If you wanted to, you could use dimensionals. But since I was doing, the die is really fun because it cuts out, let's see, where's the die? You're going to get 2 pair of sunglasses every time you use the die. Because if you cut it all out in black, this is where the little hearts punch out, but this is the frame, and this is the color. So you could do, when I cut one of black and one of Flirty Flamingo, so I decided to use these. I was actually going to use these, but I don't know what happened with the Flirty Flamingo frames. I'm sure I put them somewhere safe. I put so many things in safe places. Anybody else do that? The tote and accessories is fun. It's a little fiddly, but it's fun. I did not put adhesive on this because I want to use a dimensional. And I don't know if these have adhesive or not. Nope, they don't have adhesive. Well, this one does. This is the one that's going to go down flat then. But I think if yours doesn't have, I don't think I put it on, the adhesive on very many. So you can just put it down flat like that. And then a little dimensional, one of these little tiny ones. That little meow was Suzy Cute. She would love nothing better than to go outside and chase those birds. There are also squirrels and rabbits. Ah, good, Cindy. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has a safe place that I can't find. Oh, Luann's got beef stew. Oh, and roast beef in the cooker today. Ah, that sounds so good. I haven't had a good beef stew in a long time. My problem is I know how to cook for lots of people, for 4 people. I even got to the point where I could cook okay for 2, but may I say that for 1, it is not as easy. Okay. And here we go. I also put a dimensional on my little shell here. We're practically done. I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Ah, surprises for another day. What a good way to look at it, Cindy. I like that. I need surprises. Okay, we are now going to put these on our card. This one is really easy to put on. Because I am just going to, oh, I forgot to put the little blue starfish on this. I'm just going to kind of put it in the middle. And I'm going to put the starfish on it. I don't know if there are any blue starfish in the world, but I like the pattern. And I do like blue. Not as much as I like purple, but I do like blue. There we are. There's our little starfish. This one takes a little bit more work. I'm going to take my tear and tape, which, as you know, it was here just a moment ago, right? I got things out and I think I stuck them on top of it. Yes, there it is. My goodness. I had to bring the envelope over too because we have to decorate our envelope today. Let's see. I need a better way of catching the end. I'm just going to put this right down here because my goal is when the card is closed to cover the inside. So it's a surprise, right? Okay, put these in the garbage. Oh, Luann, but empty nesters for 22 years and you make enough for 4 or 5. Yes, it does work out well because I do like leftovers. But when I make a pot of spaghetti, I do have a few ideas for using it. I think my spaghetti sauce makes a great on a bun for a sloppy joe. Well, that didn't work well. You actually have to take this off. I was thinking about food. There we are. Now that I've taken it off, it will work better. It doesn't stick at all if you don't take it off. So I'm hoping I've got that straight and covered. And there is our card. And people will hopefully be very impressed with the fun folder. Okay, let's take the plastic off. And I think you are getting actually the gold colored in your kits. And I am going to use the same on here. I'll take a large one, put it here, and then a smaller one. I like the way with the Take Your Pick tool, they just slide off that plastic. Ah, there are blue lobsters, so we will say there are blue starfish. And then one more. Yes, I could freeze it for a quick meal later, and I do. I want to put it here. Actually, I wanted to put it up higher, but I've got quite a little angle going there. Okay, here's our card, all ready. And since we used blue, I thought it would be fun to use blue on our envelope. It's also what I had left over. Okay. Fold the flap backwards, it makes it much easier to do this. And then I just like to spread that glue out. And start trimming around the envelope flap. So easy to make a pretty envelope. Luann, the water up here is cold. I don't think there's ever a time you don't have to worry about hypothermia if you're somehow your boat sinks or or you're in the water because it is cold. Oh, I put that on backwards. Oh well. They're both blue, right? Oh, you try to label food dishes. I took a class once, a Pampered Chef class, and what we did was we made make-ahead meals. We put them in plastic, and we labeled the plastic so that they weren't in like my glass freezing bowls. And that was really nice because you could just go out and pull one out, and then you'd have dinner. And so maybe I should pull out all my notes from those times and make a few things. I could do that with spaghetti sauce. What was the other thing that I heard somebody do? They took and they lined their casserole dish that they normally would heat everything up in. So they line it with plastic, I believe. And then they took it and froze it. Then they wrapped it and put it in a freezer bag. Labeled, of course, with what it is, because mystery dinners can be interesting. And then they put it in the freezer, and then they could just take it out and put it back in the casserole dish, taking the plastic off, of course. And they could just heat it up. So that's not a bad idea. And then I could cook when I feel like it. I'm better off if I'm cooking in the daytime, maybe even right after, in the morning, after I'm up. But generally I don't do that. So if I planned ahead, I could do that. Such good ideas on here today. You have a food sealer. That makes sense. Okay, here we are. Back to work. There we are. We have a card that's pretty on the front and the inside. I didn't stamp a sentiment because there wasn't a lot of room. And I figured that if I need to stamp a sentiment because I don't want to write much, I could do that. But as it is, I thought, well, this gives me a room to put the person's name, tell them hello, a quick message, and sign it. Now, if you wanted more room to write, what you could do is put another piece of designer basic white on the back. 4x5 1/4 would fit. And you could maybe stamp it with a little something and then a sentiment, and then you could have more room to write. Sometimes I need more room, not all the time. Okay, pretty card, pretty envelope. We are done. Now I have a question for you. Did I show you some of the new things that are going to be available in July? I ordered a couple of the sweets, and I can't remember if I showed you or not. If I didn't show you, I can show you today. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. You have a great one too. But I'm waiting if anybody wants to stick around. I am happy to show what I got. I got some fun things. Well, I tidy up just a tiny bit because you know I make a huge mess. I'm just going to try for a little bit of tidying. I think I found my pink sunglasses frame. I like to keep a plastic bag with cutouts, and since I've got adhesive sheets on these, I'm keeping those. You would like to see? Okay. I only need one person to tell me they wanted to see, because I'm excited. I haven't opened much of it up. I am going to put all of this. It's amazing what you can get in these cases. Look, the stamps, 2 sheets for the dies, my extra stuff, the information on the dies, and it still closes. Yes, it is a little heavier, but it still closes. Okay, I'm putting scissors away and adhesives, and I'm getting my blending brush out of the way because I don't want to accidentally blend on my new stuff. I did use Wink of Stella, but you could use it on maybe the starfish. I had meant to do that and I forgot, so I'll do that later. Okay, cleaned up enough to pull the sweets out. Okay, 5:15, I'll be done by then. This is the new Charming, it's a Charming Days stamp set. I don't like that plastic there. I always remove it, and I use paper clips, little clippies to hold them on. Well, look at that. It's pretty in pink, I believe. Petal pink. And it's really, it must unravel because it's got a piece of tape around the end. It's a little thick. I don't think I'd ever try and tie a bow or a knot with it, but it might look nice across the card. And the Charming set comes with these embellishments. That's got to be Petunia Pop, Secret Sea, and Petal Pink. Of course, they don't put those on the back, so those are just my guesses. Here is the stamp set. Isn't that pretty? The rose, that looks like, oh, what does it look like? Dogwood to me. And as you see, I haven't played with it yet. And here are the dies. Which I think I've got to get these out. I've got to get these out and start playing. Getting the plastic off is the hardest part, if you ask me. I noticed that those are red rubber. Ooh, those are going to be pretty. I do have to play with this. And it comes with Designer Series paper. I haven't seen those. No. I used to tie a piece of ribbon, take the ribbon and tie it around. It doesn't have a stencil. Oh, good. It's got, I like it when it's got the backing. Specialty paper doesn't have backing. So I'll put this in one of my let me get my sleeve right now. One of the big sleeves that I buy. Ooh, I like this. I like this better than the front. That's pretty. And that's nice too. Petunia Pop and not sure the color of the leaves. I'll have to look that up. That's interesting. Let's see. Well, that's kind of pretty. You can make out the flowers. It's just like a negative of a flower print. Okay, this one makes me happy. That must be... Ooh, this one too. This one too. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now I've messed them all up, but that's okay. I like this too. Oh, blackberry. I love this. Okay, this is going to be a fun paper to use, and I think I'm going to like the back sides of a lot of them. colors it comes in: Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, and Timid Tiger. It's an interesting color combination. Okay, so there's one of the sweets I bought. I can't remember if this was just something I bought because I really wanted it, or if it's new. But it's a bundle, Label Me Grateful. I love the font. You're so appreciated. Thank you. So grateful for that heart of yours. A little kindness makes a big difference, and you're the best. So I really like those. So I decided I needed to buy it. I want you to know that there were a lot of things I didn't buy. I think I was doing pretty good. But this was definitely, I love sentiments. Oh, I like this. We've got a die for the label. And then we've got all kinds of leaves and flowers that can be cut out. That's going to be pretty too. Like I said, I don't know if this is available now or just in the online exclusives regular right now. My husband was a produce guy. His passion was produce. He was a produce, I think he was 14 or 13 when he started working for grocery stores. And he finished his career after many, many, many years as produce director for a local chain up here. And he loved produce. It was his passion. And so I couldn't not buy this. It was necessary. All right, let's see if I can get the plastic off. All right, sometimes I get really frustrated with plastic and I tear it. I know some people do that with packaging, gift paper. So you can cut out the stamps. I see this big pair. I think that's the small pairs. Got a couple of small labels, but the sentiments are pretty small. Congratulations, a good friend is a gift. Hello, thank you, and friend. And again, I love the font. This one is really nice. It's got the font and the printing, and I like that. I always like that combination. We've got the leaves, but you can also cut out, you'll cut flowers and stems and a background and these little flowers because 1, 2, 3, 5 of them. So I think that's going to be nice. I like things that cut out the images, but I also like to have the ones that you can use they're just more delicate and make pretty flowers when you cut them out. And leaves. Look, it's got a splotch. I love splotches. 2 splotches. Here are the embellishments. That might be Secret Sea. This looks like Old Olive. Well, it could be Mossy Meadow, and then one of the yellows. And the ribbon is pretty. It's got bling. See that lovely gold? I like that. It is Mossy Meadow and gold. And then it comes with designer series paper. That was the old retired take your pick tool, which I keep one on my desk here and one over in my die cutting station. Oh, that's pretty. I wonder if the dies will cut, if the double die would cut that out. That's pretty. I like that. I love paper like this. For card fronts, It is so nice to just cut it in half and do your 4-inch. Then you've got 6x4 and you've got a little piece that you can cut off for whatever. For stamping on, for sentiments, die cuts. That's not my favorite, but I love this. I'm always happy when I like one side really well and the other one not so much, because then it's not a decision. It's the decision, which one do you cut up and show? I'm wondering, and since we're on it, I'm trying not to take too much time. Yes, that cuts this one out. And so this one, does that cut that out? Yes, it does. Need extra leaves? Yes. Now that's cool. I like that. And there's a little flower. I think that cuts this out. Nice. What do you think about that? Oh, Luann, good to see you too. And I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and thanks for sharing your ideas and the things you found. I like it when we support each other. That is what this is all about. I have no idea where that went. We'll just set it like that. So this one's good for cutting out. Oh, and the back is pretty too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that. And a nice little checkerboard on the back. This is so old-fashioned. This to me looks like it should be wallpaper in a kitchen from, what, the 50s? Isn't that pretty? And so is this. It's a nice background. And then we have pears on the trees. Looks like it goes this way. I guess it's not directional. I see things going both directions. The mossy meadow back. That's pretty. And that's it. So that's what I bought to play with. And I am looking forward to doing that. I know, I like it when it cuts out, when the die is cut out the designer series paper. Okay, I think we're going to call it a day. Thank you for joining me. I enjoyed chatting with you. And I'm going to go back and reread all of the comments because I got a little carried away and I wasn't paying attention to them. I'm sorry. I catch them once in a while. You all have a great week, and I will be here next Friday to do, I think, another Cheers and Sips card. I think that the 5x7 will be the week after that. No, the week after that I'm gone. We won't do it then. But we'll do it the following week when I get back. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm so glad you came. And I hope you enjoyed my new treasures. Yes, they are fun. They are treasures. Anyway, you all have a wonderful week. And I shall see you, those of you who are around, I'll see you on Friday, which is, what, July 4th?